Hello everyone, it's Dark here, and today we're going to take a look on how to build one of these jungle trees. Now, like you already can see here, I placed a few down, kind of made it look a bit like a jungle. Just some really quick world editing, because this tree doesn't really look great on its own, but as you can see, it does look good when there are multiple trees. It's just the same tree, copy and paste it over again. So it will look better when you do multiple tree designs, of course. And the top here, you can also change the top a little bit, so it's not in this shape, but a bit more like this one. So it's a bit more circular. You can sort of fill it in by hand, like fill this area in, perhaps make another branch here and fill that in. So it's more of a circle if you want that, but the whole concept is basically the same. Anyway, hope you enjoy it, and yeah. To start off, you just want to create a tall 2x2 like wooden log, and start placing some logs around it. Just keep making it thicker until it's about the same size as I did, and you can move the log, rotate it, or you can just do it to edit a little bit by hand, so it's not all the way straight up, but it also has a sort of angle in it, so it's a bit curved, not too much, but slightly curved. And so keep placing logs around it until you think the shape is something like this. Although the top here is a bit thick, so you might want to have it smaller. The bottom should be a bit thicker and the top less thick, but this shape is about right, so you can sort of copy this, I guess, from looking. Now I'm going to make some branches around the tree. They will just go in lots of angles, and you want to make sure they are about the max size of 7 or 6, they're not too long. Otherwise it looks quite weird. You can do some smaller ones as well. I didn't really do smaller ones. Well, most of them were the same size, so you could do some branches of 3 blocks thick and some other ones of like 5. That will perhaps look interesting or better. I haven't really tried it out. Of course, you can just try out stuff and see what looks better for your build. And here I'm just going to continue placing branches or logs, and that's on the top, so these ones on the top are bigger than the other ones. And there are more, of course. There's about 5 or 4 depending on how big you want to make it. Like I already said in the beginning of the video, you can make it in a circle, so you would need to place more branches then. But I didn't do a circle this time to create something a bit different. Now, just to keep on doing it, the rotated brush which I used to get the all-sided logs is in the description, so you can just copy and paste it in the chat if you have rotated. Otherwise it's not too much of an issue, of course. And here I'm placing some leaves around all the branches. Now try to have the leaves hang down, like just one leaf on top of the branch, and about 3 or 2 blocks of leaves hanging down. That will look better. As you can see, I'm doing it here. Those jungle trees have all those leaves hanging down like vines. I didn't add any vines, but you could add vines if you want to. I just think they look a bit messy and it just grows too much. That's why I didn't add it, but kind of made it by hand. And you also want to have leaves going from one branch to the other branch and then all the way to the top. So it sort of looks like it's hanging down, like I already said. Here I'm just trying to create something else. I tried to create another branch, but it didn't really work out, so I removed it. You just want to edit the tree as you go along. Like, first off you might think the shape is good, but then you think nah, it's not good, and then you change it. That's the same thing. Oh, that's sort of how it works on making trees. You don't finish it, but it's finished until you think it's finished. It's not finished when you have done all the steps. You just need to sort of go along with your own feeling, and that will take some time to do. So you will not get a good looking tree straight away. It might take a few tries. And here I'm just doing the top of the tree, placing leaves around it. And like I already said, it's not a circle, so it's kind of square-ish shaped with a few branches. Yeah, I thought this would look interesting, so I did it this way. And you can just copy this by placing leaves all over it, and yeah, just placing leaves on the top, not only on the branches of course, and let them hang down like I did here. You just want to have some sort of variation in the hanging leaves, like 2 blocks and then 3 blocks and perhaps 1. I didn't do that a lot, but mostly 2 or 3 blocks hanging down. And that's almost the tree built done. I'm just here messing around a bit, trying to get that branch shaped correct there. I decided to remove it and make another one because I couldn't get it right, so I removed it. Just jumping around the build basically. That's what I'm doing here, sort of getting the finishing touches in the build, making sure everything is looking nice. And I'm just going to place in a few more random leaves so it looks more natural, I guess, because some places are a bit squarish, as you can see. It's just placing some random leaves. And now I'm going to add in some cocoa beans, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, you just want to place a few, not too many, like not overdo it, and have them a different size, so it's a bit more variation between the colors. And that's pretty much the tree done. If you enjoyed it, leave a like for more, and check out my other tutorials, because they might be useful if you are creating a map, or perhaps if you want to create the jungle itself. You know, I have some mountain tutorials, and all these everything from here is a tutorial, so you can check that out, of course. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you on the next one. Bye.